We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you an executive? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. In the news today, detectives at the St. Catherine South Police Division, Siswoka office, they have arrested and charged a 54-year-old guy for violation of a person suffering from mental disability. His name is Christopher Campbell, but he's popularly known as Chris or Raver. He works as a barber, a mason and a bus loader. He's living at Washington Mills in the Portmore area of St. Catherine. The allegation is that Chris, he was involved in a relationship with a female, but they broke up. That female, she has a 16-year-old sister, and that 16-year-old sister, she's suffering from mental illness. She attends a special education school in Portmore. It is alleged that in February of this year, Chris, he went to the house where the 16-year-old girl is living, and although he knew that she has mental issues, he gave her 1,000 Jamaican dollars and he had intercourse with her. Things bust out and the police were called in. Chris, he was picked up by the police, and it is reported that during questioning by the police, Chris gave what is called a caution statement, confessing to the fact that him do it. He was subsequently charged, so he'll be facing a judge shortly. Over in Senton, a 48-year-old bus driver, he was arrested and charged for the offenses of rape and grievous sexual assault. His name is Marvin Morrison, and he's living at Philadelphia in the Brownstown police area of Senton. The allegation is that on Tuesday morning, April 29, about 11 o'clock, a 14-year-old girl, she was standing at her gate on the road in Senton. She was dressed in her uniform and awaiting a taxi to go to school. It is alleged that Marvin, who she knew before but she did not know him by name, he drove up in a white bus and he stopped at her feet. He told the young girl that he was going in her direction. The young girl, she entered the bus, but it was then realized that she was the only passenger inside the bus. It is alleged that Marvin, he drove off, but he diverted, telling the female that he was gonna collect something. It is said that Marvin, he drove into a yard, stopped the bus and got out of the driver's seat. He then went around to where the female was sitting in the bus and he threatened to harm her if she did not comply. He then lifted up her skirt and he did you know what with his tongue. When the scumbag belly was full, he then had intercourse with the female against her will. On arriving at school, the young girl, she made a report and the police were called in. Marvin, he was subsequently picked up by the police, and yesterday, Thursday, May 22, he was placed on an identification parade where he was positively identified. He was subsequently charged by the police and he'll be going to the courts shortly. Over in Trelawney, two females, they are facing serious criminal charges. One of them is Cerishe Brown, but she's popularly known as Chin. Chin is 25 years old. The other one is Crystal Thomas, but she's popularly known as Pinkie. Pinkie is 34 years old. They are living at Bounty Hall in the parish of Trelawney. Listen this now. Both Chin and Pinkie, they have been charged for aiding and abetting the offense of rape, conspiracy to rape, cruelty to a child, living on earnings of prostitution, and householder inducing or encouraging violation of a child under the age of 16 years old. The allegation is that in December 2023, a girl who was 13 years old at the time, she was going through the juvenile system and she was placed in the care of Chin by the courts. Chin became her legal guardian. It is alleged that both Chin and Pinkie, they started selling this 13-year-old girl to different pedos. Are you following me? It is alleged that both of them would collect money and give the pedos condoms. After the pedos satisfy themselves, Chin and Pinkie would allow the young girl back into the house. We are told that during a recent counseling session, the young girl, she spoke about what took place and the police, they were called in. Both Chin and Pinkie, they were charged by the police, and we are told that over the next few days or weeks, some males are expected to be charged for violating this female, and they'll be joining Pinkie and Chin in facing the court. In this next report, a thieving boy, popularly known as Circus, he is now in police custody facing housebreaking and larceny charges. His correct name is Travoy Johnson. He is 29 years old and he's living at Clark's Lane in the Bounty Hall area of Trelawney. Reports are that a young man, he's living on the Tilston housing scheme in Trelawney. He securely locked up his home on Wednesday morning, May 21, about 7 o'clock and left to work. About minutes to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, CCTV camera captured Circus forcing open the back door and entering the house. Once inside, him thief 4,500 United States dollars in cash. He then made good his escape. Following police investigations, Circus, he was picked up by the police and, like I said, he's facing housebreaking and larceny charges. This one, it took place last night, Thursday, May 22, about some minutes to 7 o'clock. It took place at the Chinese-operated supermarket at Dyer Square in the parish of Hanover. Reports are that the Chinese operator and the cashiers, they were in the supermarket when a gold-colored motorcycle with two hoodlums aboard rode up and stopped in front of the supermarket. The hoodlums, who were wearing masks, they entered the supermarket. One of them, he pulled a gun and they proceeded to choke down the Chinese businessman and robbed him of cash amounting to 500,000 Jamaican dollars, one bottle of Hennessy and cigarettes. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape on the bike. In this next report, the Darliston police, they have arrested and charged a 24-year-old guy for seriously wounding a 19-year-old female. His name is Deshae Lewis, but he's popularly known as Degi. He's living on the Kent housing scheme at Darliston in the parish of Westmoreland. The allegations are that on Sunday, April 19, the 19-year-old female, she was walking along the Darliston main road when Degi, he drove up in his car and stopped at her feet. It is further alleged that Degi, he came out of the car and accused her of spreading rumors on him. The rumors were that Degi was performing oral sex on other females. Degi, he attacked the female and kicked her to the ground. It is further alleged that while the female was on the ground, Degi, he continued kicking her all over her body, causing her wounds to her head, her right elbow and her left leg. He then jumped back into the car and drove away, making good his escape. A report was made to the police, and yesterday, Thursday, May 22, Degi, he was picked up by the police. He has since been charged, so he'll be going to the courts shortly. Over in Hanover, 49-year-old Nadine Barrett, but she's also known as Doreen. She's living at Pump House Lane in the Bamboo Drive area of Hopewell in the parish of Hanover. She was arrested and charged by the Hopewell police for seriously wounding a 39-year-old female. Reports are that on Monday night, May 19, about 10:30, the female, she was walking along the road at Pump House Lane when she was attacked by Doreen, who was armed with a piece of wood. It is said that Doreen, she attacked the female with the piece of wood. She fell to the ground, and it is further alleged that Doreen, she used a ratchet knife to inflict a serious wound to the right side of the female's neck. Doreen, she then made good her escape. A report was made to the police, and on Wednesday, May 21, Doreen, she was picked up by the police and she was charged, so she too will be facing a judge shortly. In this next report, I brought you a report earlier this week. It was about an incident that took place Sunday night, May 18. It took place at Content Garden in the Ocherayos area of St. Ann. I told you that a 25-year-old taxi driver, he had just arrived home and he was in the process of parking his motor vehicle when a hoodlum came up behind him with a gun in his hand. The hoodlum, he opened gunfire, hitting the taxi driver to his lower back. He then made good his escape. The hoodlum's aim was to kill the taxi driver, but the taxi driver, he survived. He was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. And this taxi driver, he was able to tell the police who his attacker was. That alleged attacker, he was subsequently picked up by the police. His name is Oswaine Lynch. He is 34 years old and he is living at Content Garden in Ocherayos. Yesterday, Thursday, May 22, Oswaine, he was formally charged by the police for shooting and wounding the taxi driver, so he'll be facing a judge shortly. This next incident, it took place yesterday morning, Thursday, May 22, almost 11 o'clock. It took place at Cascade District in the parish of Hanover. Our information is that a taxi driver in his mid-30s, he was driving a Nissan AD wagon motor car that he used to operate as a taxi. He was heading home when, on reaching a section of the Grant Ridge roadway in Cascade, he was pounced on by a guy popularly known as Keeta. We are told that Keeta, he is from Montego Bay, but he is now living in the Cascade area. Keeta was armed with a gun. It is said that Keeta, he opened gunfire at the taxi driver, hitting him to his mouth, his right thigh, and his right hand. Keeta, he then made good his escape on foot in the area. The taxi driver, he was rushed to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, a number of 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, yesterday afternoon, Thursday, May 22, about 1 o'clock, a guy who is in his mid-30s, he drove his white Toyota Fielder motor car to the St. Mary Prep School at Blue Hole in St. James. That guy, he went there to collect his son from school. He parked his car at the entrance of the school and he was waiting on his son when a motorcycle rode up and stopped right beside his car. Only the rider was on the bike. The hoodlum, he pulled a gun from his waistband and pointed it in the guy's face, but as he was about to squeeze, the guy, he grabbed onto the gun. A tussle ensued between them for the gun. The hoodlum, he managed to overpower the car driver and he fired several shots at him, hitting him to his right shoulder. The hoodlum, he then rode away on the bike, making good his escape. The man who went to school to pick up his son, On realizing that he was shot, he drove off towards Travoy. As he reached near to the Travoy police station, we are told that the man, he collapsed while driving. As a result, the car, it collided into a Jamaica Defence Force Jeep. It then collided into a Jamaica Public Service light pole right in front of the Travoy police station. The soldiers who were in the Jeep, on realizing that the man was shot, they rushed with him to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain, Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Good boy them no out can't tame, but me want me country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane, everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica, criminals them a mash up Jamaica, Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn, country and town man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them